Well, hello everyone. I'm Sandy Kibling, your Chief Playmaker at Playbook AI Partners. I was chatting with a friend this weekend. I have the best conversations with my friends, and I always like to bring these videos to you. But we were chatting about the new release of Fable 5 in Claude. At the time of this recording, it is not available, but it did bring up a really interesting topic. And that topic was, is the token spend for a new release worth the ROI? Because Fable 5, when it was available, it was fascinating. Really cool, the things that you can do. Such a wow factor. But I always go back to a couple of things. Number one, when a new release of something comes out, is it really worth jumping from one LLM to another? And the answer to that is maybe. It depends on what it is that you're doing. If you feel like what you're using today is working, maybe evaluating that new release and letting it get some road time and feedback might be a good thing to do, because sometimes what you're using works. I gave the example last time about how Chat GPT works really well for me because I do a lot of images and Claude doesn't have an image generator. But the truth is, I actually use both because sometimes I like what Claude provides better than ChatGPT by way of text. You have to evaluate what works for you. But number two, we were talking about the token spend. So, token spend, of course, is the amount of you may pay for a monthly fee, but there's tokens for input and output. And you may have experienced this when you get this prompt that says you've used your tokens for the day or come back later or whatever it may be. And so that's something to be mindful of, because you don't want to upgrade to a whole different level for one project, or if it's not something that you really need just because the new release is so awesome. So I think it's a conversation worth having. Is switching to a tool because there's a new release really the right thing to do at the right time for you? Again, maybe. But the second thing is really thinking about the token spend. Because the other thing that led to this conversation, again, when Fable 5 was live, it was really pretty expensive. Trying to think, there are lots of subscriptions. I don't know about you, but I have about 5 or 6. Those add up over time. And when you continue to move from premium to pro to all of these different versions, again, it's evaluating that ROI. What is it that you're trying to achieve, and where do you need to be in that particular model? So something to definitely think about. And speaking of thinking about, if you're looking at enhancing your skills, because I always say this, that building your foundation is so essential so that when these new tools come out, you have a firm foundation of knowledge, whether that's in context engineering, building a digital navigator, automations, whatever it is. If you have that solid foundation, I do believe it helps you make smarter decisions for your business or your personal use or whatever you're using AI for. So if you want to learn more, check out the AI Mini Solution Locker and the bundles to help you get to where you want to be. I hope the information has been helpful. As always, take action, execute, and run the play.